back, students, to our today's science class. In our previous module of Lesson 6, Soil, we have learned how to make the notes of the lesson for easy and better understanding of the concepts. In today's class, we are going to learn about the points to ponder. So, are you all set? Let's move on.
First is, what are the functions of the soil? For growth of the plants, for a source of underground water, habitat for small organisms, recycling of organic waste, formation of, it is the medium for formation of humus, used for construction. That is why it's written as engineering. For any kind of construction of roads, construction of bridges, buildings, all this, we require the soil. Formation of soil, the soil is formed when the rocks are broken down and when they mix and forms the layers. Now the first is always the bedrock, the big pieces of rocks. When they break down, they are breaking down. See here, the rock pieces are breaking down into smaller rocks. And when they are breaking down into smaller pieces of rocks, our second layer is formed, which is called as the subsoil. Now, when this subsoil further breaks down, it forms your third layer, which is your topsoil. And this topsoil is rich in nutrients, rich in humus. Now, what the soil contains, if you remember in composition of soil, we have done that 45% is the mineral part. The soil contains 45% the minerals. And why the minerals are found in soil? Because soil is formed by the weathering of the rocks. And what are rocks made up of? What are rocks made up of? The rocks are made up of minerals. You remember in the last chapter we have done what the rocks contain. The rocks contain the different types of minerals. And depending on those minerals, the structure and the color of the rocks are there. So those minerals are present in the rocks also. So the maximum portion is the minerals, 25% air, 25% water, and just 5% is this organic matter, the humus. So that makes the 100%. Now these are the different layers. See, the first layer is your bedrock, the big pieces of rocks. Now this is the layer. Just above the bedrock, we find the underground water. Now the bedrock, after undergoing the weathering process, change into the broken pieces of rocks and some small particles of soil also. Then this subsoil changed into your topsoil, powdered form. And the plants, they grow in the topsoil, and some of the roots of the plants, they go into the subsoil also. Because some of the plants, their roots are so big, they are so deep, they go to find out the water. And this dark color, if you will see, this dark color, why it is the dark in color? To show that this is the organic matter. Now Arsh wants, like your mama, she washes the clothes, so the dirt gets washed away. Now same way, when because of many natural reasons, when this topsoil gets washed away or blown away and moves from one place to another and gets accumulated, deposited on the another place, that movement of soil from one place to another is called as soil erosion. The first are the natural causes. Now, natural means which are there in the nature. Next is your human activities. We humans are the ones, we are the main pollutant of the soil. Nature also. Yes, humans, we all are there. We are polluting the nature. Now, the first natural cause is the wind. Second natural cause is water. Human activities. What human activities are there which bring the soil erosion? One is deforestation. We are going to do it in detail also after this. This is just the points. Overgrazing by animals. Grazing means feeding. Animals feeding on the plants. Overcropping. With it, don't move. Overcropping. Construction work. Mining. Digging. And the next is use of chemicals. Now, these are the various causes, whether they are the natural cause or they are the human activities. These are the ones that bring soil erosion these days. Now, the first natural cause is erosion by wind. We can write it as wind erosion. Now, wind erosion, it occurs in those places where the land is open, no trees are there, loose soil is there. So what happens when the wind blows? When the wind blows, then the soil also blows away with it. The wind carries the soil with it. And the soil from one place, it gets deposited on the another place. Now see in this picture, this is an open field without any crop grown. And you can see this brown. What is this brown color showing? Everywhere it is shown as the loose soil. And here the wind is blowing. Now when the wind will blow, it will carry the soil. So that is why the color of the wind, you can see the brown cloud is there. Now what is that brown cloud showing? This is because of it is carrying the soil. And when the wind stops, wherever the soil will stop and it will get collected over there, this will bring the soil erosion. So from this place, see from this place, the wind is carrying the soil and the soil will get at this place or at this place. So there, from this place to this place, the movement of the soil is there. This is called as erosion. Next is erosion by water. Because of heavy rainfall, because of the floods. Now, whenever the loose soil will be there, the water will carry the soil with it, because water is always flowing. So when the water is flowing, it will bring this loose soil with it. And from one place to another, again the soil is carried away. Now in the picture you can see it is a waterfall or the overflow of the, because of this is the heavy rainfall, and here it is the river. Now from here, from the top of the hill, the color of the water is brown in color because it is carrying the water. Along with the water, what it is carrying? It is carrying the soil. Yes. So from where the soil is being carried away, it is being carried from this place. Flowing of the water is bringing the soil, and this soil, where it is getting mixed up, it is getting mixed up into the river. And when the river is flowing, the sediments will move away from one place to another. And this is the reason that wherever the sediments they get collected, after periods of time, they will form your sedimentary rocks. Now comes all human activities, they bring the soil erosion. The first and most important is deforestation. Forestation means forest. D means no. Cutting down of trees, plants, forests on a large scale will make the soil loose. Why? Because the roots of the trees, of the plants, they go deep into the soil and they fix themselves. That is why the trees and the plants, they stand and they hold. They fix themselves into the soil. Now, when there will be no trees, no forest, the soil will be loose because no roots will be there. Now, this loose soil, what will happen? If the water flow will be there or the strong winds will blow, then the soil, this loose soil which is exposed, which is an open, it will get washed away. It will get moved from one place to another. And this is your soil erosion. This will bring the soil erosion. Now, what deforestation brings? Now, deforestation brings, the common is your landslide. Now, the landslide, when the deforestation occurs on the mountain areas, the landslide occurs. Landslide, see from the top, the land is moving down with the big pieces of rocks and the soil. And once the landslide occurs, it blocks the roads. It stops the traffic. When the landslide, this landslide falls onto the places where the people they live, the people, their houses, they get damaged, people get buried under it. So this is all these days, even in the news, you are hearing landslides in Himachal Pradesh, landslide in Chamba, landslide in Uttarakhand areas. Why these are happening? Because these are all happening because of the deforestation. People are more, population is increasing, and to make the places, to construct the houses, to construct the roads, to construct the hotels and all, we are cutting down the trees. Deforestation also brings desertification, also causes desertification. Desertification means formation of deserts. More of deserts are there. Now in the deserts, what are there? No trees, no plants, no water. Everywhere only sand is there. Soil is there. Forming of deserts. And when more of deserts will be formed, no green cover will be there, no plants and trees will be there, more of loose soil will be there. More of loose soil will be there, so more of dust storms will be there. Drought is a condition when the soil becomes hard. Because there will be, if there will be no trees, no plants, the soil will not be able to absorb more of water. When there will be no water in the soil becomes hard. When the soil will become hard, it will develop the cracks. The cracks will be there. It's not fit for the plants to grow. We cannot grow it. And the condition is drought. Now the next cause is overgrazing. Animals, these herbivores, when at a particular place where the people who keep these herbivores, what they do it, they take them to an open area, the green area, you know? They take them to the open field where the green soft grasses are there where they can eat. So when these animals graze on the large area and they finish that grass and the trees. So this is called as overgrazing. Now this overgrazing by animals has resulted what? This whole area without any grass and trees are there, without any plants are there, and the soil has become an open and loose. Now when the soil will be loose again, this overgrazing will bring erosion. Overcropping, over excess, cropping, growing of crops. Now in one area, now see if this is a field, we have grown the crops over here. After the harvesting, we have to grow the crop again. In the same area we grow the crops now. So in overcropping, what happens once the harvesting is done, without giving some time to this land to breathe, to rest, if we keep on growing again and again, okay, plowing the field, sowing the seeds, harvesting, once immediately we start cultivating again, growing the crops, then what will happen? This soil will also get tired, like you people get tired. Too much of work when it is there, when we people give, or many times when you have to study for long or do any kind of work, and then you get tired, and then you say, ma'am, I'm so tired. What you do when you are tired? What you people do? Aradhya, don't move. What you people do when you people are tired? You take rest. You take rest. You play, you go out, watch the movie, you give rest to your mind. Same thing, we also need to give the rest to the soil. And how the rest to the soil is there, that once the harvesting is done, yes, we have to use that field to grow the crops, but not immediately. Give some days, leave the space and open so that the soil can breathe. Soil can rest. Once we'll sow the seeds into it, again the soil will keep on working. And what is that work? Growing of plants, growing of seeds. So this is overcropping is one cause. Now I have already told you construction work. See the construction work going on, and this construction work again, the soil is loose enough, and this will bring the soil erosion. Now, what are the harmful effects of soil erosion? The main important thing that once the soil erosion will occur, this is the main important point. Loss of soil fertility. Loss of soil fertility, because loss of soil fertility means ability of the soil to grow the crops. Because once the topsoil will be washed away or blown away, fertility will be less. Soil will not be able to grow more crops. With it, please don't move. Now, when there will be less fertility in the soil will not be able to hold the water, because the topsoil has more fertile, it has more water, it can hold more water. Now, when the fertility is lost, ability to hold the water will be lost. It will be less. Once the soil is washed away, it pollutes the water. And when the soil will get into the water, it will spoil the aquatic plants and aquatic animals. Lakes, they all will get filled up with the soil. Now next comes the last part, that is soil conservation. Now soil conservation means, as the soil, we say now that soil is a very important natural resource which we have got it from the nature. We are not creating it. The nature has made it for us, and just 1 inch of soil is there, and that we need to preserve it. Preserve means safe, to keep it safe for long. So that is called as soil conservation. And there are different ways. First is growing of plants on a large scale. In soil erosion, the first cause we have done, you remember, we have done deforestation, cutting down of trees. Now the first important method of conserving the soil is afforestation. It's not D, it is F, means growing of plants and forests on a large scale. In this picture here also you see open areas are there, no plants and trees are there, but the people are growing the plants. So after some time, these plants, they will grow into more trees and they will hold the plants. When they will grow, they will hold the soil, and once the soil, they are going to hold it, the roots are going to hold the soil, less of erosion will be there. Terrace farming. Next is the terrace farming. Terrace means steps. In the hilly areas, farming is done by cutting the steps. These are the steps. In Hindi, you can call it as CD. So what happens if, because of heavy rainfall or because of heavy wind, if the soil from one step gets blown away or washed away, first of all, when the steps are there, the flow of water will be slow. If instead, if the field was like this, if the crops were grown into a steep, so from the top, once the water will fall, it will carry the soil. If air will be there, it will blow away the soil, and large amount of soil will be blown away. But if instead of this, the steps are there, then what will happen? The flow will be slowed down. Yes, ruk ke girega na. Slow. From one step, it will go to the next step, then next steps. So this is conserving the soil. Next is crop rotation. We have done overcropping. Instead of that, crop rotation, rotation of crops to be done. See it in this picture. First picture. Here, this is the color is shown brown. Here it is light yellow, yellow and purple. Now in the next picture, what is there? This purple crop is grown over here. This yellow crop is grown over there and this way. So this is called as rotation. And why the rotation is done? So that the fertility and the nutrients of the soil can be maintained. Next comes the constructing of the dams. When the dams are being constructed, because of the flow of the water, when it's heavy rainfalls, it will not bring the soil, and on the sides, plants are being grown. So this will reduce the flow of water carrying the soil. Now, one is building embankments. Embankments means on the sides of the river, when this boundary wall is made. See, this is the river, and instead of leaving this loose soil, a construction is made, a wall is made, and here it is your green color, means this is the green plants. So if we make the boundary, if the boundary is made like this, again, whatever the loose soil was there, now the loose soil is not there. And once the loose soil will not be there, erosion will not occur. And the last one is shelter belts, or we can call it as windbreakers. Now what is shelter belts? On the field, instead of just leaving the field open like this and growing the crops, on the sides, the big trees are grown, so that when the field is left open and wind is blowing, it will not carry the soil. Now this was all for today.